Good morning everyone, welcome to Stitch with me. And yeah, I did this design, Summer Angel I call it, by myself. I stitched only one strand of 6, which give me 3 by 2 threads, and I am stitching for the month of October this light color in here, which also this color I have like in here on the skirt, somewhere here on her sleeves as well. So far I stitched, if we can look on actual pattern, that's where I completed my stitches in here. It looks very gray right now, but that's the color for it. So this part, and I kind of went a little bit in here up as well. Not much what you can see. Okay, so now what is left, I'm just going up and up. So I have this big chunk in here and also strip in here, if you can look, for this symbol. And then this symbol continued to her sleeve, and it's like right in here, like a shadowy area. And I think that's it. Yeah, and that would be it for this particular symbol. And I just want to show you a little bit her face because I really love, I stitched that. Only left is to add, and it's going to be beads in here, so she's going to be sparkle. I will add some beads in here as well, or some metallic threads. Not sure what's in here yet. If I'm looking on this pattern, maybe part of her dress, or it's a necklace, I can't figure out yet. But also it's going to be sparkle beads in here, like a following down. And I'm stitching on this yellow color, I'm stitching in metallics. If you are new on my channel and never saw this before, see, I'm changing all this outline, and it's gold metallic, and I'm sure it's going to be metallic more on her dress. So now I'm going to bring you to my part where we are stitching. And I thought, why am I have to stitch this all by myself if you can help me? Yeah, I definitely would recommend go to order like from original company. I think it's Lavender and Lace who created this design in the first place. But this is just knockout, and I don't know if it's actually licensed or not. So, but I love, and I have all 4 seasons plus Christmas of this angel, and I like to finish all of them once upon a time. So I'm going to start again, as I usually do, with my pin stitch. But what I want to show you, instead of having like just a one tiny square, let's see if we can zoom a little bit more for this. Okay, maybe you will see now. Okay, if I have the same color of the thread or darker next to it, I go under my first stitched color, and then I go under my next that I will stitch. I hope you can see it. That way my tail will hide a little bit better, and I'm just going to leave, instead of here just barely sticking out, it's gonna be hiding in here. So it's kind of like an extra little bit security, and then you go straight in the middle of that non-stitch. Tag slightly to start with, and that's it. We are ready. We are ready to stitch. And for now I'm going to zoom out a little bit more because I'm afraid it's gonna be focusing on my hand, and we will stitch. Usually when I have between designs, well, let's say this, if I wouldn't do any special beads that I want to save like my stitching for some extras, instead of stitching these flowers with regular threads, if this would be just threads, I would go after flowers first, stitch them first, like centers, and then go for the orange color, and then stitch all these blocks to cover up whatever stretches threads you have under. But because I don't know yet what I will do with these flowers, so I leave them behind. And when I have like 3 cross stitches in here, I don't jump from here to here. I go here, go back, go up, and because it's only 1 stitch, I can jump over one and continue kind of this way. Or just go straight to the open line and then shift, shift, shift to get to the other stuff. I stitch many times with you on a video this way, but sometimes I change, sometimes I just follow as I usually do, but I never jump over 3 stitches for these flowers. And so I have in here a very thin needle that I was stitching, and I find that my fingers were sore to pull out my thread, especially from this part in here. When it's go through the fabric, it was like really hard because the needle were very thin. I think it's 26 count, or 20, yeah, 28 or 26, 28 probably. So I decided to switch to a thicker needle, like what I'm stitching right now. So when thicker needle go through the hole and make me a bigger hole to pass through my threads, so my threads not so fluffed up, because I know this Joy Sunday threads, they are so soft, and usually I have to cut them much sooner because they do fluff. It's not your Egyptian threads, this is CXC, and they are much softer and they go fluffy and then create this bulkiness in a cross stitch. So I try to avoid that by manage to do different kind of needle. So if you're comfortable to stitch with thicker needle, then it's more stress on your threads go through the hole, because with some painted fabric, if this would be count, that would be easier, but because it's a printed, the paint and the stiffness what they're using for canvas kind of seal those holes and make them tighter, and when your thread go through and it's a sharp fabric, it just keep rubbing up the stress and thread, and in the end you will end up with like very beaten up ends. So usually I cut a little bit shorter, and knowing this brand for a very skimpy threads deal, sometimes you feel like you're running out of the threads. They are not giving you much of extra. Sometimes you end up like this little tail and you don't know how to save the thread to finish your stitching. Okay, see, because in here just the one orange symbol, I will go jump over one, stitch one, and move to my right. And now this line will go all the way up, come back and pick it up, the one I left behind. I really enjoy stitching on this one because all symbols in here very good clarity. Sometimes Joy Sunday could be like very hard to see, and that is my snake. I just stitching. I was stitching my snake this morning, and then I decided let me try to record a little bit while it's quiet in here. So I eliminated another 2 colors, I think, from the snake, and just spark new thread, and we'll be stitching a little bit later more. But for now I decided, so I need to stitch at least once with you this design, because this is a very beautiful design and we have to stitch at least once, because this is my project, my older WIP for the month of October. I think right now I already touched every design that I planned for the month of October. Trying to think if I miss anything. There is my count up there, my dragon, dancing dragon, so I stitched already with you once, but I would love to have some more progress. My 2 Halloween design we already stitched. What else I pick for this month to stitch? What is it? What? Can't remember. But anyway, I was stitching yesterday many hours on my Merry Mushroom. And I'm not joking, many hours. You know how many stitches I made? I believe 208. Oh my god, the confetti I have to catch. It's a very confetti heavy, that little corner, because I have a max color, so yeah, lots of singles up there. So I was fishing them out. I was stitching, and it's like 160 something. It's like, what? So then on the end I pick a little bit. After I catch some singles, I pull out thread that kind of like go on the bottom to make a full coverage, and those symbols was lots of colors actually that I can stitch for a little bit, so that got me to 200. But my goodness, holy moly, I don't know when I'm gonna finish the 1 page by so many confettis. The page next to when it's go up for like a mushroom stem, or how you call that, it's lots of up there of the same color. I would go through that very quickly. That will create me lots of stitches in 1 day, but I have to finish my first page. And I'm not just finishing 1 page and that's it. If I have very close other symbols like on the next page, I go and stitch a little bit and then just park over there. I don't want to create a straight line. Sometimes, or very often I would say, it's visible when people stitch straight up from page to page. It kind of showing those squares, because from 1 page to another your tension in your hands could be changed, and the thread will layer a little bit or tighter or loose, and you will see that between pages. So I'm trying to do like confetti cross country, spread it out to next pages, so it stitches pages plus, but cannot wait to actually fill up a little bit more so I can have my first mini page done. And that's just a mini page. It's almost like 3 times smaller than the regular one. Well, maybe not 3 times, maybe 2.5, I don't know. But definitely I loving it, this process, even it's confetti. I just turn off some video on YouTube and I watch. By the way, I forgot to mute my phone, so let me do this now. Okay. My dog's by the door making a noises, so if you hear that, please forgive. For these flowers, tiny flowers, I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, I will create, because it's exactly same color for the orange that I was stitching metallic threads, so maybe petals I will do with metallic and put sparkle beads on the inside as a center, or create tiny beads as a petal and put tiny crystal for extra sparkle on the inside. So did not decide it yet. I did not decide it yet. I don't know exactly what I want, so I'm just picking up right now color, stitching, then I know for sure it's going to be just the threads that came with the kit, and then after that I will figure out what to add and where to add. Also, like these borders, you see these borders, yeah, this blue and this green. I'm also thinking if I should mix up there and make those sparkle or beads or metallic threads or threads with metallic in the mix to make a blend. I want her sparkle like a magic. Can I do that? I hope so. I already were pulling beads the other day, well, when I was stitching my first 6 strands. I pull out, I was looking at my beads, what I have, what kind of sizes, but unfortunately my crystal beads in a different container. Next to me in here just a tiny seed beads in many colors, but I think to see and pick, I might well just going to follow the colors that she originally have, so I will try to pick beads. If I will do beads, I will try to pick them in the same color as threads supposed to be. That is my plan for this beauty. I call her Angel, but she's not Angel, okay? She don't have a wings. So I'm not sure how to call her. Summer Season Beauty or what? What is her original name? I don't know. Oh, because, oh, that's why I call her Summer Angel, because the name in here is Summer Angel, but it's not an angel. I could probably Google her for original name, but I don't have time for that right now. Yesterday I finished my 10 rows of beaded peony, so 10 more left to finish for this month. Sounds a lot. It's probably what is it, more than 2,000? No, I can't remember how many squares in one line. Lots of stitching, so maybe today I will rest from beads and stitch more on Halloween design. This one video will be, where do I have my calendar? Bead embroidery will be on Tuesday, so this one you will see on Friday. So I need this Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday, obviously, I know what we will have. It's the romantic flower market. For Saturday, I don't know yet. If any package arrive, we'll be unboxing. If not, I might even will do like maybe diamond painting. I don't have that for a while. Okay, who that was? Oh my goodness, who that was? Hold on, let me jump to my Facebook. Is that what?
Sorry, I can't open apps on this device.
You kidding me? Nobody's talking to you. Oh, Jenny. Or Janine? My goodness, did I just butcher your name? Not Jenny. Janine, I think. E-I? She? Okay, why is my Facebook is not loading? Glitches internet or what? She ordered from Painting Fairy printed Mary Mushroom Picnic Village. Yes, girl. I'm glad you're going to stitch together with me. Obviously, you will have no headache to count, just stitch symbols, and she ordered in 14 count. That will even bigger than mine. I'm stitching on 18 count. So happy for you. So yes, Painting Fairy will do for you. If you purchase that design from Heaven Earth Design, you can send your file into the Painting Fairy and they will custom print it for you. They don't sell because it's a copyrighted design. They will not sell or resell because I talked to them before because I was kind of concerned a little bit about copyright and thing. They say no, it's if customer ask them, they have to have the PDF file purchased, send it to them and they will print it just for you and not gonna print for any other customers from your file. So that's amazing. She ordered that one in cross stitch, in printed cross stitch. So amazing. And she's thinking about Pokemon. Yes, please, girl. Do it, Pokemon. Like I said in the comments, we will play game. We will learn name of those Pokemons because all I know is a Pikachu. That's it. That's the only Pokemon I know name. Pikachu. Nothing else because I was never a gamer. I didn't grow up in my generation, didn't have any of those games. So I don't really care about games, but I am going to stitch for my son, for my son's kids in the future. Sometimes I'm hoping to have a grandkid sometimes, you know. And that would be amazing if more than merrier will be. And if you find, yes, obviously it's a very expensive kit because it's 1.5 meters by 2 meters basically. I believe 145 by 195. It is big one, but think about it. It's a excellent professional print, high quality Egyptian threads, so much better than these threads, and you will have so many of them, of beautiful threads. Yeah, big chunk of fabric. So if you count all this, if you would buy and count it and you have to order by yourself all the floss, I bet that wouldn't be much cheaper, or maybe not cheaper at all. Because especially you can use discount code to save 5%. So if that design what was like a 300 or something, and if you count 5%, it will save you a good chunk of money. But if you buy separate your DMC threads, it will end up very expensive, I have to say. So as a kit to buy and enjoy beautiful, beautiful print on a Pokemon, I watch few ladies stitch, and I keep following on TikTok, and some of them have such a good progress already that I was like, oh yes, please, I cannot wait fast enough. And even crossed my mind maybe to do, like, after I put on a frame, to do extreme color completion. For example, start with black and outline each character. I don't know if that would be a good idea or not, and then put colors into it, because I believe it's a dark background on the one that I ordered. But if you find it's still like very expensive, Paint and Fairy has many different sizes, different shapes, some of them like original I don't know how many characters of there is, lots as well, but much smaller fabric. And you can choose, what the beauty is about, you can choose your fabric count as well. I think I order in 14 because I already stitched in 18 on my Merry Mushroom, so I already have kind of like, you know, stress from my eyes already because it's a small count. So I decided I need one at least for more comfort. So I believe I order in 14 Pokemon, the biggest one. I don't know how many characters up there. I'm going to count just for fun. Okay, are we still on camera? Yeah, almost went to the top. I have to be careful. Tuck and go stitch all the way higher. Okay, now this big line we go do up and close our stitches. After this video I have to do some housework. I have a basket of laundry to finish. Kuno decided enough of nap. He's gonna nap by the window so he can look around and hopefully not to start barking if he sees something. So many projects that I want to do, so many in once. It feels like, oh, I have to do this because I can do such good progress. But definitely I'm not going to like in a rush to finish this one. I like to have this design in my WIP because I still keep thinking what I will do with it. Yeah, and then I need to get a little bit more push on the Halloween projects. Not much of the cat, but the other one from 1-to-1 Stitch, because that's the brand new company, brand new designer to me. I want to see finished art by this designer. If I like it, and someday in the future I can order more of his art, or her. I think it's a his. Mete? I'm not sure. Wow, what's my Facebook's still not loaded. Something's going on with computer, with the internet connection. We have warning last week, I believe the internet will be slow because they're doing some repairs. We have the warning, but I don't know if it's a still continue or not, because this one is refusing to load page. Today, my friends, my husband will go to the surgeon for the chit-chatting. Right now just at 10:34 a.m. His appointment at 12, I believe. So, or 2 o'clock, I think. So anyway, today he will go and talk about what is going on. So we will know the procedure and what day this could be, what's gonna happen. So I cannot wait to actually till he get home and tell me all about. I told him, give me a call, don't just wait till you get home, because it's in different city. So he just give me a call and tell me about your appointment. But it's not surgery, because some of you thought it's going to be surgery. Maybe I didn't explain correctly. And tomorrow I am going to for my ultrasound on my leg. Super nervous because it's going to be painful. And they're going to push deeper to see muscle. It's going to be extremely painful, because even I cannot push on my leg. Hard to touch. If somebody would say, if we could turn time back and you know you will get bitten by the dog, would you not do what I did? And I would say, I would do exactly what I did to protect my dog. Even if I know that I can end up with injury for the rest of my life, I would still will save my puppy. No question about it. He is my soul mate. And he knows that. He knows he is my Saki. Or I'm his Saki, probably the other way around. Last year we were stitching with you this part. Tiny sliver of green colors. See how this edges and getting kind of like a thinning out a little bit. Feels like stretches. To the end, when I finish, it could be like very thin, and sometimes go good, sometimes it really fluffing up. I guess depends on the thread, how they twist it, if stronger or not. Could be same color but different texture. I'm not twisting the threads together. Oh god, that's a big stretch. Oh. I love when they do those froggy legs, lay down straight flat on the floor on the belly and stretch a leg on the back. That's so funny. It's like a swimming frog. Okay, feels like we run out of the focus. What's going on? How long that was? I'm sorry if you have to watch the, for some reason, after focus. Hopefully not for long. This morning I was stitching snake by myself. You know why? Because I wake up with such a strong allergy. My eyes was so itchy. Oh, I could not stop rubbing my eyes. My nose was running, sneezing. So I took a pill of Reactin and I was stitching by myself, waited till allergy chill, cool down. And maybe like 10-15 minutes later I was feeling better, and that's why I decided it's time to record some video. I don't have this kind of allergy every day. But sometimes it's very strong. It's going to be like a long lines all the way to the top, almost to her waist. I will get this quick because after camera I will stitch with 2 hands, so it will be quick. Poof poof poof, I will done. And if I feel like I want to stitch a little bit more after the symbol, then I will get something else that is nothing special. And there is some very dark, I think it's the same dark one color green that we have right now here. I think it's the same right in here. I could stitch that too, because it's a beautiful green colors, almost like an emerald looking shading. Well, together with you we almost stitch 1 thread already. At this point I don't even remember where is my other seasons, because all my cross stitches packed kind of together, and where is what, I have no idea. So when it's time to stitch next season I will have to go through many canvases to find the other one. if I want to have a whole collection stitched, which I still like this one. Very often I see this girl stitched by Counted from Lavender Lace. I think it's correct name, right, for company. And it's beautiful. And they stitch in a different colors of fabric. So interesting to see how people choose fabric. By the way, thank you for all who voted and helped me with your suggestion. Oh yeah, I was asking about Bumblebee, what kind of fabric would be better to stitch my bee on it. So many of you says that the fabric was good. Also many says that would be nice on a blue or green. I think it's blue, so it's like Bumblebee flying in the air, or even green, so it's like a grass. I don't know. Somebody suggested on a black. I will have to say the black will not work because bee has black antenna. How I gonna do that on a black? It's not gonna be visible. So that's probably why black. Yeah, it would be nice on a black because the bee is bright. But that's what I worried, some outlining of her wings, or it's just not gonna work on a black color. So now I don't have a colorful. Actually, I think I do have a blue fabric that I bought a long time ago from Value Village. It's a brand new chunk of fabric, still in the packaging, but I don't remember size, and if it's a big enough, I have to dig the bucket with my fabric and check if I have a big enough to stitch, if that fabric is big enough, and could be 14 count. I think I have in blue, like a baby blue color. I never try to dye my own fabric, but if you, some of you do and says it's easy, but the way I hear people, they put it on an oven or microwave to bake it. Tell me, when you hand dye your fabric, and after you stitch, you're not allowed to wash it because the colors will be faded out, or colors will stay? Tell me that, because I don't know about the process. I just heard some people says in the microwave. I don't know what that do. Heat make a color resistant to a fading? Not sure. Give me a tip. Okay, this particular thread actually survived to the end. Not as much fluffing up. Because when I was stitching my other, I have to like chop much sooner because it was already kind of look fluffy. This one is not bad. Okay, my friends, what is this? It's okay, somebody call me, they can leave a message because I don't recall this phone number, and these days lots of spammers calling. I have no time for them. Okay, that's the little project we have done. Progress in the project. Look at that. So what's left? To do here. No, but the line is not very long because in here they shrink and here grow, so it's basically same length of the line. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I will be stopping here because my camera will stop shortly as well. Well, thank you for stitching with me today. I will be gonna go do laundry quickly, and while machine is washing, I think I will do a little bit more on Halloween project, or maybe even bring my project for Sunday and stitch a record. I don't know. No, I feel like I want to stitch a little bit just for myself today, so that's what I will do. And later on I want to make a few more stitches on Merry Mushroom. If I could make another 100, that would be already good. Okay, my friends, thank you for watching. Happy stitching. See you tomorrow.